Have you ever cracked your knuckles, then the person next to him suddenly shouted to stop? Do you know how bad that is? And if you search on Google, there are also many articles saying that cracking knuckles is very dangerous. But what is the scientific truth? Let's find out in today's video. It must be said that cracking the knuckles, causing it to make creaking noises, is very pleasant. Especially when watching the movie, you see that the main character has gone mad, broken his hands, and the opponent only has to determine the burial place. And scientists have also proven that cracking the knuckles helps the brain secrete more endorphins. This is a hormone that relieves pain, stimulates pleasure, and increases happiness. So every time you crack your knuckles, or shake your spine, in addition to making a pleasant crackling sound, the body also feels very refreshed and healthy. Obviously the benefits are there, but what about the harm? Is cracking joints dangerous? In fact, many videos on YouTube, many articles on the internet give advice that do not crack because it can cause arthritis, or damage your knuckles, it looks so bad when it's big. Either can cause dislocation, or dry out the lubricating fluid in your knuckles, can even rupture tendons. Usually articles don't cite any scientific research, they just say rumors from other people, so it's not very reliable. But you can rest assured that with IFACTS we will know the information from a clear and reliable source. Let's see what the studies say about the harmful effects of cracking knuckles. The first in a report by an American medical university, they performed on a group of 215 people, in which 20% of them said they frequently crack their knuckles. To see what problems people who often crack their knuckles have compared to those who don't. As a result, the investigators found no difference between the two groups. So at least this study shows that cracking the knuckles has no effect. You may be wondering if it's okay to break for a short time, but what about old age can have consequences? Fortunately, there is a man who has used his body as a research object during his 50 years of life. It was Dr. Donald Unger who reported his research in the journal Science Study Arthritis and Rheumatism. According to reports, he was curious about the harmful effects of cracking his knuckles, so he started with his hands. Every day he broke his left fingers twice and did not break the knuckles of his right knuckles, he doing so continuously for 50 years. Every day is like every day after 50 years. In 1998 he reported the results with his hands. It showed that after 36,500 times, his hands were fine and his husband's hands were exactly the same. Its joints aren't as big as rumored, so another study shows no problem if you crack your knuckles. However, there is also a study that has made the scientific community very controversial. Specifically, a study was conducted in 1990 and published in the journal European Rheumatology Association about knuckle cracking, in which researchers looked at 300 participants aged 45 and over. After analyzing the data, they concluded that people who say that they frequently crack their knuckles, it has a weaker grasping ability. However, it's controversial. So scientists continue to carry out other studies to verify its correctness. In 2017, in an article in the scientific journal Science Direct, the researcher concluded that participants who regularly cracked their knuckles and did not crack their knuckles had about the same grip strength, no difference at all. In summary, up to now, there have not been any studies that show that breaking hands can cause arthritis or the joint will become enlarged. Whether it's now or old age, if you like it, just break it. But be careful not to be too strong. Anything too much is not good. Too strong can make you not happy but also hurt. In addition, many of you may wonder why when breaking its knuckles crackling sound. In fact, until now, the cause of the joint making a crackling sound when we break it has not been fully understood. In the past, it was thought that when a joint was broken, the ligaments would move around the joint and make a clicking sound. But in 2015, the application of a magnetic resonance imaging machine to monitor a person's knuckles helped scientists have a clearer view. At this time, scientists observed that in your knuckles there is always a mucus to help lubricate. Just like the oil in a motorcycle engine, it does not make a sound bar. But when you crack the knuckle or stretch it, the joint is stretched. The liquid in it will form an air bubble. The process of forming this bubble will cause sound to be produced, but why is the sound so loud? Scientists still don't know, and this bubble will deflate in about 20 minutes. So if you break your hand continuously it won't chirp, you need to wait 20 minutes for it. The air bubble has deflated. Only then can a new shadow be created, and only then will the finger cracking resume. Up to now, science has not found any danger, so you can rest assured to break comfortable. In fact, typing on the keyboard is very tiring, so I often break it finger, so that it doesn't get tired. Therefore, if I find out wrong, I will be the first to suffer the consequences, so I can't say anything indiscriminately. Thank you for watching the video, and don't forget to click like and subscribe to support IFACTS.